south on Bradfield Highway, Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Good morning, lovely. ZoëTwoDots here with some more Pokemon Go goodness for you, and today we are going to be competing in, this camera's like, let's do that. We're going to be competing in the Boulder Cup PVP Tournament, the first themed monthly cup that is going up in January. The squad behind me, everyone's getting ready, putting in the code to join for the Sydney Smackdown, but I'll show you guys my team. I've already put in my little code and registered for this Sydney tournament. The Silph website is really, really lovely. Like, it's all put together really nicely, functioning really good for the Silph.gg. So I'm going to be running with my Breloom, Whiscash, Flygon, Alolan, Sandslash. It's kind of like my decoy. I don't even know if I'll use it, but it's functional. I think it might like confuse some people as to like maybe bringing in something different. They think I'm going to bring that one in with me. We'll see if that works or not. My Magneton and my Medicham there. So a nice little team, pretty decent coverage overall. And I mean, we'll just have to see how we go. I don't think I'm going to win by any means, but I'm excited to try out my first proper little PvP comp. So let's go join the others. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys through a couple of the battles that I did as well. So my first 3 battles in the Boulder Cup. Again, sorry if my voice is a little bit funny. I am sick now a few days after the com day, but these are my first 3 matches. Because there were 13 participants, the PvP Cup went for 4 rounds. So I did 4 battles in total. My results being a win, a loss, a win, and a loss. So performing a lot better than what I had expected to as well. One particular match, the third one that you can see there on the right hand side of the screen, we went into the 3rd round as well. So the first 2 matches was a clean sweep either way. So my first one was just 2 wins in a row, and the second one match was 2 losses in a row. And the battles are done as the best of 3. So the Silph app will pair you up once you're registered and automatically generate your next opponent. So essentially, once you're all registered, once the staff say, yep, go, time to compete, you'll be automatically assigned a buddy. You go and find your buddy, start battling, and then once you've done your best 2 of 3, you both report who the winner was. So you do need to confirm. So if you say you won and then your partner says, no, I won, obviously you need to make sure that you're reporting correct information, otherwise the website will pick it up and it doesn't know if you are being a bit sneaky. Once you're paired up as well with your buddy, you can see their team, the 6 Pokemon that they are bringing into the Boulder Cup itself, or into whatever cup, for say future cups as well. You'll be able to see their stack of 6. You can't see necessarily what 3 they're picking unless you want to, screen peek and be a bit cheeky, which that's probably cheating, just don't do that. But you can see what 6 they have on their team and kind of prepare yourself for what you want to bring out as well. Again, the Silph website was working fantastically for this, super smooth, really intuitive, and really great for pairing up with other players. So once you are done your battle as well, and you report whoever was the most victorious, who was the winner, chicken dinner, and once everyone else in the comp as well has finished that first round, you'll be assigned a second partner and so on, and you battle through the 4 rounds. So let's get into some of the best Pokemon that were being used through the Boulder Cup. So for myself, I didn't have a Skarmory, but this was an absolute must-have for people. Skarmory is absolutely insane in the Boulder Cup. It can take the hits, it can deal out the hits, almost uncontested unless you have optimized counters. So Skarmory was a top pick for just about everyone, except for me and maybe a handful of other people that didn't have a Skarmory. But that thing was an absolute powerhouse. I was very lucky for myself. I had already kind of powered up and prepared a Magneton that I've been enjoying just using in general Great League battles, and my Magneton has got the legacy move of Spark. So Spark charges up really, really fast, and it means I can get Discharge off really quickly. But if you don't have that legacy move, it does charge up a fair bit slower. So if you haven't done your Boulder Cup yet, you might be better off using Magnemite, because that charges up faster than Magneton. It really depends. Another top pick was Whiscash. As it is a ground and water type Pokemon, it only has 1 weakness, being grass, and pretty much one of the only, or the main meta Boulder League applicable Pokemon was Breloom. So Breloom with one of the grass charge moves, so using counter as its quick attack to charge up really, really fast because it gets the stab bonus from that, but then it's also going to be super effective against other Pokemon that are weak to fighting, and then using its grass charge move on the Whiscash was pretty much the way to defeat it, otherwise that thing can stall out incredibly. Plus Whiscash charges up its moves incredibly fast as well, which can make it really, really troublesome to deal with. After that, another top pick was definitely Medicham. Again, I'm really, really pleased that I did put the Stardust into this one and unlock the second move on it. And again, this is going to be something we can use for future PvPs and things like that because it has got a pretty good variety of type sets for its charge attacks, as well as Hitmonchan. That's another one that's going to be great for future PvP because of the different types of moves that it can get on its charge attacks, so Fire Punch, Ice Punch, different things like that. Especially to keep your opponent guessing. If they don't know which type of move you're coming out with, you can kind of keep them on their toes and make them bait out a shield and waste one of their shields, or not use a shield and get some super effective damage off as well. Other top picks that I saw pretty much everyone taking in was Flygon. That one was, again, super effective, really good move sets, and just really useful Pokemon all round. And then some of the kind of, you know, almost C tier, but were really good for keeping people on their toes with things like Cradily and Alolan Sandslash that I brought in. Actually, I did just a fun little round with someone. That thing can take a hit and can deal a bit of a hit as well. I kind of wish that I actually did lead with it during some of the battles because it would have been pretty interesting just to see how it would fare. And it did all right. We used the Boulder Cup Pokemon to test it out, and it held its own. Solrock as well was used by another opponent. Really interesting choice as well, and with the move typings and things like that, an interesting one to keep you on your toes. Saw a little bit of Melmetal. It really is quite great how much diversity you can get in these picks. Not a single player had the exact same stack of 6. We didn't see people with just, you know, the exact same 6 Pokemon over and over again. Everyone had something that was a little bit different, whether it be Poliwrath or the Solrock or, you know, Alolan Sandslash. Geyser as well, another really interesting one to have seen in battle. Everyone had at least 1 or 2 things different on their team. Probably the main anchors though being Skarmory, Whiscash, and then either Breloom or Flygon on the teams as well. But overall, like, a massive shout out and great effort to the Silph team for creating such a smoothly functioning application. This thing was phenomenal. It was only our first time ever using it, but it went super, super smooth. Loved it. It made it so much easier than our December one that we did in Newcastle. We didn't have the Silph.gg available yet, and we were, you know, calling people out of a hat and trying to corral people together, but the fact that this can now take care of all of that for you is fantastic. So if you're not already on the Silph road, make sure you go make yourself a free profile and get ready for the February Cup as well. And a huge thank you to the Sydney team for letting me come and participate and for putting on this awesome little PvP event. It was great first to go, and I'm definitely keen to be involved in more in the future. Show it off. What have we got? Boulder badge.
Boulder badge.
Winner, chicken dinner. What was the winning team? What did we go in with?
So I've got just there.
Nice. Did you actually use the sneaky Solrock there, or was it the decoy?
No, I did use the Solrock. I think what people forget is it's psychic, so it is a bit stronger against fighting types, but it's also rock, which makes it better against the flying types. Didn't expect to use it, but it was there just because I think people didn't expect to see it. Hitmonchan, hidden MVP, worth using.
Thanks. Just to wrap it up as well, guys, I wanted to show you guys how the Silph website kind of works as well. So Bamboss as well, congratulations on the victory. So at the end of the cup here, you can see the winner up the top. And as you scroll through the different rounds, you can see who won, who lost out of each matchup, and how, you know, they filtered through into the next rounds. At the bottom of this list, you can see everyone's teams and what they brought in. And again, once you get paired up with your partner as well, you can see what they brought in too. Then if you jump across into points, you can see the overall leaderboard. So I didn't do too bad. I landed pretty much spot on in the middle, which I'm pretty content with that. There was a lot of people that were way more prepared than me. So I'm definitely stoked to have landed somewhere in the middle. My thing that I need to focus on for the next one is to really study my type advantages. I'm pretty decent with just monotyping, but when it comes down to dual typing, I'm very slow at figuring out, you know, okay, if it's both of these types, what counts, you know, the other type out and things like that. Overall, I really enjoyed my first ever proper PvP experience. I didn't do too bad. I had a lot of fun. It was really fun to actually use a lot of Pokemon that I never get to use that often. I will definitely be using Medicham again in the future. I love that thing. That thing was going so fun and performed so well in PvP. As well, my Breloom. I had so much fun using Breloom too, and I'm definitely glad that I did put all that Stardust and effort into my Legacy Magneton before this cup as well, because it performed really well too, and yeah, I'm keen to use these things again in the future. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, how did you go for your PvP, your Boulder Cup? Did you come out victorious, or are you still yet to do your Boulder Cup over the next few weeks? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!